Hey everybody, it's Kristin Korn here, your creative entrepreneur and educator from Life with Purpose by Kristin Korn. So if there is one thing for sure that we know is that social media sells stuff. And there's a common request from my branding students. It's that they want to become good at personal branding and attraction marketing. So today, I'm going to share with you what I believe to be the 3 best ways to build curiosity using social media for your business. All right. So by knowing what content to create that is shareable, relevant, and value-driven, this will ensure that customers, consumers, readers, followers, that they're always going to pay attention to your story and content, no matter what channel they go to and hear you on. So, little back reminder here, 80% of the content that you are delivering should be value driven. Okay, this is like stories, and I'm gonna get into this, but this is like the lightweight pieces of content that benefit your audience by making them laugh or play a game or feel appreciated, escape from their day-to-day, or having them learn something new. And then the other 20% of your content, that's the call to action that's gonna benefit your business, and you're going to send them offline to a site that you own, okay? Remember, there is no sale without the story, and a story must be told every day. That is your story, okay? All right, so let's get into this. So the 3 best ways to build curiosity using social media for your business. Number 1, show people how you work. Show people how you work. So a simple way to do this is behind the scenes, using a sense of humor, calling yourself out. These could be photos from events you attend or how and where you make your product. But I want you to be real here, you guys. Like if you don't really sit poolside sipping cocktails to work your business, let's not do that. Let's not show people that's how you are doing this business, because that's faking it, right? And you really don't want to be attracting the wrong audience who thinks that they can sit poolside and bring in a 6-figure annual income and not really have to work. That's not true, okay? So for me, I usually show this office, my computer, my lighting setup right in front of me. I have my dog right below me, and my kids are usually coming in and out of the office. Like that's my behind the scenes, and it's relatable to my audience, okay? All right, number 2 is share stories of your work. Stories of your work, okay? So you do this by acknowledging your mistakes. You have to talk about things that you screwed up. Talk about your personal growth, relatable to your niche audience, your readers. And I want you to forget about the idea that you need to have some awesome title attached to your name in order for people to care about what you're talking about. People just want relatable content. They do not care about your credentials, okay? They don't know what those titles mean anyway, so drop them, okay? So if you're saying to yourself already, Kristin, I just fear putting myself out there. I'm not really an expert on my business or what I sell, and my life is boring. So this is where I get real with you and I step in and call bull, okay? But yes, if you are in the trenches working to build your business, then you know your business and you know your audience better than they know themselves and anyone else, okay? You know how to talk to them and you know how to talk about your business. So it's time that you actually trust your expertise that you have that you don't think you do, okay? Most entrepreneurs build this trust in themselves, and me included is how I did it. And it's as I built my business. And I learned to trust my expertise. Like that's a practice that it comes all the time and it grows because I keep sharing on a regular basis. I keep showing up and sharing to my audience. And of course it feels scary at first, but the more you share, the easier it becomes. And then you possibly think like, yeah, I am like an expert in this because I work this all the time. I know my clients well. All right. So, and yeah, you're going to mess up. You might share this wrong thing on social media at times. Like, you're human, but so is your audience, okay? So don't think that your audience isn't human. Like, everyone makes mistakes. It happens to everybody. Just course correct and improve along the way. That's all you can do. All right, so the number 3 way to build curiosity using social media for your business is to show your work. Okay, this is where you can connect with your audience about your work, about your products, okay? You're connecting with your audience with your stories and everything else, but you also must let them know what you do. So great ways to do this could be through like quizzes or client testimonials or educational content. People like to learn. Just bring a little humor into it, but create content to retain customers, not just acquire them, okay? We're not just fishing in the pond trying to get people. We are building connections and real relationships with people, all right? So the number 1 thing you must remember is you aren't making demands with those posts and the stories, okay? You aren't saying purchase XYZ, order XYZ, go to my website to get XYZ. No, that's not what we're doing. That's push marketing. We're trying to do attraction pull marketing, okay? We're just building curiosity. So Leo Burnett offered the following advice for making content. He said, make it simple, make it memorable, make it inviting to look at, and make it fun to read. So I want you to think about that every time you're putting content out, which should be all the time. That's the only way to stay relevant and resilient, okay? So you're building curiosity. You must remember, people aren't coming on social media to be sold to. They're coming on to be entertained, inspired, okay? They want to make it their decision to like your content enough, trust you enough, and believe in your product enough for them to go buy it themselves without you telling them to do it, okay? So you want to be all the other characteristics that we enjoy in each other as human beings. Like, find the shared interests. So you do this by talking about your niche customer and your beliefs and core belief, and then get into conversation with them about the related topics. So remember, value-added content is 80% of your content. This sets it up for the time when you're ready to ask or use your call to action, which is the 20% of your content. So all the emotional connection that you've been making in this setup process will pay off when you decide it's time for your call to action posts. And even then, most likely it's not like buy this or whatever. It's usually just to get them off the social platform onto a site you control, like your email list or a free download or another value-driven offer. All right, so to recap, 3 ways to build curiosity for your business: show people how you work, share stories of your work, and show your work. So no matter how or where you tell the story, your personality, your core story, and brand identity must remain constant. You can't be all over the place. That's why when I talk about having that niche client, you have to stay there. So this also goes back to Module 1 inside my Branding for Beginners Blueprint online course, where I teach you how to develop your brand vision, your values, your mission, and your purpose. So if you want to build a brand and a business the right way that will become resilient over time, I invite you to my One Thing Masterclass. It's a 1-hour live stream video that shares how to build a reputable personal brand on the internet that will keep you relevant and resilient over time without wasting time doing it all wrong. And then at the end of the masterclass, I give you all the details about joining me inside my Branding for Beginners Blueprint course. And there's a lot of different ways to become a part of our branding community. So you can head over to kristinkorn.com/masterclass to catch the next live stream and learn what you need to do to start building that reputable brand on the internet. So kristinkorn.com/masterclass. But you guys, as always, be sure to follow me on this Kristin Korn social media channel, my website, kristinkorn.com. You can subscribe to my business and branding email list. Check out my free downloads. If there's any aspect of brand marketing and business that I can help you with, I'd love to hear from you, especially in the area of empowerment, self-confidence, and sharing your voice. So if you decide to use my advice from today, show people how you work, share stories of your work, or show your work, go ahead and share the URL below to a post of yours that uses one of those ways to build curiosity without a sales pitch. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me.